expensive day. Expensive today. Well, there's always tomorrow. That's 10 minutes away. Baltimore lost. I'm still picking Baltimore to win the AFC. Just like, yeah. And you take my boots off. Let's do boots off 50% speed run. Boots off 100%. Should I touch up the face paint? Better. To the hurricane. Cheers. I'm on early. Swallowed. I got a lot of bubbles with that sip. My camera showing just a little too much. The corner. Bending machine ripping me off today, man. Shit. Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, that's right. Nothing else to talk about today. Everybody's talking about Jimmy Kimmel. Well, Jimmy should be allowed to talk. Yeah. And, so should I. Basically, they want to shut up California by telling Jimmy to shut up. But they can fuck upside down, okay? I don't enjoy the Jimmy Kimmel show, but you know, they don't make a lot of shows in LA anymore. Jimmy might be the biggest show in LA for the last 10 years. Give him his respect. He's the California president of comedy. And nobody's gonna bother me. I guess I enjoy that last short I posted, 15 seconds, just painting my face. I feel like playing Final Fantasy 8. Colts and Rams next. It sounds fun. Sounds fun. Every time the Rams play, it's a real football game. And I don't think the Colts have played a real football game. If they can be exposed, we'll find out who they really are. We know who the Rams are. Maybe the Rams are overexposed. Somewhere in here, there's 8 ounces of cheese I got to get through tonight. 8 ounces of room temperature cheese. I can't wait. Can't wait. Take a sip every time I say I can't wait. CC Motion is in the chat. And cheers. Are the Cowboys frauds? Yeah. They don't even bring in a backup for Dak. I mean, Dak could be ready to go down. The 49ers have 2 quarterbacks. You might not see Brock play for a couple of weeks. The Rams have 2 quarterbacks. Dallas has 1 quarterback. Dallas is single-handedly destroying. I mean, I'm not happy with Dallas right now. Okay, no, I don't think anybody is. They're letting other teams have their turns, though. They'll be back in the win to the top. You know, they won't be cellar dwellers. They're still probably going to have a better year than the 49ers. Okay, it's the 49ers who are frauds. It's good. It's good. Dallas can have a backup defensive line this year in real competition to be the next Micah Parsons. Parsons never drew a dime. If you ask somebody who does Micah Parsons play for, they wouldn't know. Because there's a lot of people named Micah. There's a lot of people named Parson. His name is a dime a dozen. He doesn't stand out. He's just a defensive lineman. So he's expensive. If the Cowboys got something for him, then good for the Cowboys, because the Cowboys got big trading, giving away big players like Herschel Walker. You can't. I mean, as good as Herschel Walker is, you can't keep him. If you want Troy and Emmett. Like I said, they cut Ed Too Tall Jones. He ain't no difference between Ed Jones and Michael Parsons. The only thing is nobody else around the league actually wanted Ed Jones. I hope so. As a Bengal, yeah. 16-3. Isn't he 16-13? I mean, we complain about Brock Purdy because Brock's played 41 games, and Joe Burrow has 29 games. Is it better? I mean, Brock has already been more dependable. Brock Purdy is better than Joe Burrow. There, I said it. You'll be watching Brock for a long time, and Purdy, he's not even gonna play in Saudi Arabia. He's gonna miss the fucking Saudi Arabia flag football. So where else can he go after that? Minnesota. No, Minnesota doesn't want him. He could join the Rams. He most likely will be Kyler Murray will play his last year with the Cardinals, and Joe Burrow will be on the Cardinals next year. The Bengals, they could be drafting Archie Manning. If Manning is stupid enough to say, yeah, I want to play for Cincinnati, because the only guy that should play this season should be Shedeur Sanders. But Deion Sanders says Shedeur will play for the Browns. I grew up with LA teams. LA teams. I watched a lot of Atlanta Falcon games because the Falcons were in the West. So I grew up watching the Falcons and the Saints because the Saints were in the West. You get a lot of Rams Saints, 49ers Saints, a lot of Saints games. Okay. Other teams around the league didn't come around every year. Then of course you have the Raiders. Grew up with the Raiders. You don't make a big deal if Denver's in town. And if Kansas City, nobody gives a shit when Kansas City comes to LA. But playing in the Superdome, going there in the it's just a way bigger football game than Arrowhead. Would I take Montana over Holmes? Over Mahomes? No, I would not take. But Montana, I'd like to see him play on some different teams. They're both Chiefs. One of them played for the Niners. If I wanted to be the GM of a franchise, I would probably not want to play for Kansas City. Or I'd rather build a National League team, and if I'm down in LA, it's hard to pick a quarterback. I wouldn't take Andy Dalton over any of them, but I still think Andy belongs in the league. I'd take Bob Greasy. I don't think Bob ever played a full season, though. The Dolphins had a quarterback rotation. Only Greasy went perfect, so if you don't take Greasy, you end up losing. I don't think Montana ever got close to perfect. Is Brady the GOAT? Yeah. If only the NFL scripted his last 2 wins so he could be bigger than Jordan. Brady with 5 Super Bowls was an average guy. He just 5. 5's still a lot. But what, he got 7? Did he not get 7? 7's a big number. And the 49ers are still looking for 6, but 6 is not 7. So the Patriots are looking for their 7th. That's not going to happen for a long time. Especially if they couldn't beat the Steelers at home this week. Brady, until he beat the Rams the second time, that's when he became the GOAT. And then that's when he, that was a horrible game. Go enjoy watching the GOAT play. Try to watch that shit. I didn't even watch it. Jordan is fucking Jordan. Brady's kind of a dumbass. Is right. I'm a little older than Brady, so I have to look down on him. I can't. He's not my daddy. I get to be a little older. You give Brady Randy Moss and he can't win a Super Bowl. Remember that. Okay. You give him Ocho Cinco and he loses to the Eagles in the Super Bowl. There's some shit. There's some trash that Brady could do. Brady couldn't win anything unless they kept taking the Bengals running backs. So half of the Super Bowls Brady has are Cincinnati Bengal running backs. Okay, from Rex Burkhead to Corey Dillon and some other guy. Bill Belichick stealing from my roster. The Falcons beat themselves, dude. That was Mike Shanahan being shit, dude. That you can blame that on the current 49ers coach. I remember watching that. That was a horrible sinking feeling. But the people of Atlanta can't be allowed to have the Lombardi Trophy because they'll have sex with it in the street. That's what they will do. It'll turn into a big rub your dick all over the goddamn Lombardi. What did I think? Timeout. I was hoping Mike Shanahan would call a timeout and ice the Patriots defense at some point in the game. Simply that. Just start running the ball and stop throwing the ball. That's all you can think. It's kind of the opposite of watching the Patriots beat Russell Wilson, because the Seahawks and Russell Wilson were going to be they were going to win 3 in a row. If Malcolm Butler didn't get that interception, they would have had 2 in a row. They would have been pushing 3. The Seahawks have been one of the best teams in the last 20 years. So have the Rams. So have the 49ers. Even the Cardinals. Last big push with Carson Palmer was a good push. The whole NFC West is the best division in football, not the NFC North. The NFC North is trash. But they play it out. They all need 10 wins to make the playoffs. In a trash AFC North, only Lamar Jackson and the Ravens can come out on top. They're not pushing Aaron Rodgers. I mean, there ain't no way Aaron Rodgers deserves to be in the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson has to take it, or you can trade Lamar. I'd like to see him play for the Rams. I thought the same thing everybody else does. Run the ball. Just run the ball. It's better than watching John Elway in the Super Bowl, watching the Broncos lose the entire game. Any Super Bowl is better than watching the Broncos. I don't love Detroit. I don't like I'm not a Lions fan. I'm not a Detroit fan. Teams suck. They've never been good in my lifetime. 50 years of trash football. Maybe because they play indoors, it softens them up. I mean, I like the Saints. They play indoors. I love watching a game in the Superdome, but wherever Detroit plays is Ford Field. It's not good. It's not good for the filming environment. It doesn't look like it's too well lit, you know. The Superdome is kind of dark. It's like a wrestling event. And the Vikings, bro, they got way too many lights inside their shit, dude. It's about atmosphere. Why is it so dark in the Superdome? Why? I like the Michigan Wolverines. I don't know why. So, on a tier list, my 3 favorite teams in Michigan is Wolverines, Lions, Spartans. But I called them Spartans. The Lions were the Spartans, the Portsmouth Spartans. So you guys share Wolverines, Spartans, and Spartans. Plus, people from Michigan are retarded. That's right. Michigan should be quarantined. They wouldn't care. They really wouldn't care. They're as bad as Utah. They have this war versus Ohio, imaginary war with Ohio for 100 years. Divide and conquer, you know. We should take the names off the cities. Yeah, we can have all the same teams without the city names, because it's the Rams. Los Angeles is not playing a football. The Rams play football. The Chargers play football. LA doesn't play football. Okay. Some people in Baltimore play football. The city doesn't play. Okay. The city. They take it personal. They think this athletic event is about them. Just take the name off the city off the name. The Bengals should go play around the world, like the Globetrotters. They don't have to be called Harlem. They could be the Alabama Globetrotters. They don't. I never seen them play in Harlem. I'm not going to Harlem and saying, hey, the Globetrotters won, right? They don't give a fuck because it's just a fancy name. The Harlem Globetrotters don't play in Harlem, or do they? They might actually play there. Do they play in Harlem, or do they just use the city for attention? Okay. If I feel bad for a football team or a subculture of fans, maybe Arizona deserves something similar to respect. Maybe not the Jets, okay? Maybe not Miami. Maybe Denver Broncos. Denver's okay. Been 10 years, but Seattle is, you don't want everybody, the suicide capital of the America, Seattle. You want them to, Cleveland. Oh yeah, Cleveland. I feel real bad. They got the best player in the league, Myles Garrett. I feel real bad. They don't have anything to watch every play. Maybe the Bears. I'd rather see but the Bears have no chance. With their alumni, due to the Bears having nobody in the alumni, there's nobody to make proud. Mike Singletary, he sold out. He wanted to be on the 49ers. Okay, he's not. He likes his '85 Bears team, but Jim Harbaugh, he's not coaching the Bears. Okay, he played quarterback for the Bears. He ain't gonna help the Bears win. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go make the Bears great again, and then the Harbaughs are gonna give you a hug. What's up, guys? Amy Love sticks her head in. Let's press the button.
Motion 1998 Teddy the Cowboys are frauds face with tears of joy. CC Motion 1998, I can't believe they traded Micah Parsons. CC Motion 1998, is Joe Burrow's done? Teddy Belcher 4K Ultra Wide 21, 9, 16, 13. Overall record as a starter. CC Motion 1998, yeah, that's bad face with tears of joy. CC Motion 1998, Teddy, what team did you grow up rooting for till this day? Teddy Belcher 4K Ultra Wide 21, 9 LA teams. Teddy Belcher 4K Ultra Wide 21, 9 Alative Saints games. CC Motion 1998 Teddy, would you take Montana over Mahomes? CC Motion 1998. You take Brady over both 100-point symbol. CC Motion 1998 Teddy. Is Brady solidified as the GOAT? CC Motion 1998 Come on Teddy. Brady is next level great. Teddy Belcher 4K Ultra Wide 21. 9 Jordan. Teddy Belcher 4K Ultra Wide 21. 9 Brady. And Boss can't win. CC Motion 1998 single-handedly beat the Falcons after being down 28-3.
Choking on the
CC Motion 1998. What did you think when you watched that game face with tears of joy? CC Motion 1998 show some love to the Vikings and Lions. Teddy face with tears of joy. CC Motion 1998. Man, they do have tons of lights. CC Motion 1998 Teddy. That's one team you feel bad for and hope they win one. CC Motion 1998 Brown's face with tears of joy. Teddy Belcher 4K Ultra Wide 21. 9 Brady with some fail. Up 17-0. 32 hours and 43 minutes. 1. End. Teddy Belcher 4K Ultra Wide 21. 9. Teddy Belcher 4K Ultra Wide 21. 9. 1. 6. 2. 9.
The Dodgers are the best team on earth. Just a nice thing for everybody to swallow. Lists. DJ save us with the high and the list. Maybe he tried to spell lies. No, the Dodgers are the best team on earth. And they can confidently save all their energy for the playoffs. And it's going to be on. It's going to be a World Series push for LA. We're going easy. We're in rehab. They've already basically clinched the playoffs, so maybe one win away. The Cowboys are the best team on earth, huh? Not right. Not technically. Not due to a technicality. But you have to have a technicality, which means a recent championship that can't be disputed. When I came to San Francisco, the Giants were the best team in town. 2014 World Series, 2012 World Series. They had like 3 World Series in like 5 years. And now they have 0 in 10 years. And they still got some of the same guys hanging around. You know, they got the same fans, the same spoiled fans. You can't replace them. The players, they're all gone. Now it's just the fans who think that they have a realistic chance every year. The MLB makes a lot of money off people who want to sit outside, pay to sit outside. So now, First Stop Bengals just posted. The Reds are 1 game out of the playoffs, but they're ahead of Arizona, and the Reds are ahead of the Giants in Miami. I show mercy on the teams that the Reds have dusted off. Imagine the Reds taking your playoff spot. Bengal fans don't like that. Bengal fans don't like Red fans. They're 2 different type of people. Baseball people don't like football. Red fans don't like Bengal games. Okay? I literally support the Reds leaving Cincinnati before the Bengals. Yeah, why not? I hate the Reds. The Reds are the Republicans, man. I could never be red. The Reds are trash. I'm a Dodger fan. As a ghoul comes in. The White Russians should have defeated the Red Russians. It goes way back, all the way to 1919 when the Reds won the World Series, and the Reds defeated the White Sox in the Russian Civil War. And America's support of the Red Russians was like started in 1919 because Cincinnati was like, yeah, Red Russians. I like being up at night. I don't want to be up when it's all noisy and shit. Maybe the city is so noisy and that you got a lot of smoke alarms going off, multiple smoke alarms going off, right? I like sleeping with a lot of noise. It's therapeutic. But being out in it, like you want to walk around in the city when everybody's trying to get lunch, and there's a big lunch for us. Everybody has to go walk around for lunch. They don't walk around for dinner. They get their Ubers, they get on the bus and they leave, okay? But around lunchtime in San Francisco, you'll see everybody comes out of their building and goes and get food. Where's Dory? Should I paint Dory's face? That's a good idea. But I have to spend more time around other people because I can wow my neighbor. Like, wow, you look really clean, but why is your face all... Have you been playing Horizon Forbidden West? I'm gonna paint my forehead black. $700 views on the last short is way better than 500. Usually you hit 500 views and you stop in shorts. Let's look at the view count on my last short. Maybe it's at 800. Hope so. Get my subs up. Come on, get the subs up. If you didn't, tap it up. Tap it up. Show some love. 646 views on Get Ready With Me. I'd rather watch how many spins and pigeon mating. I like to use all 30 seconds of a short, but it takes 15 to paint my face. So Thomas the Tank music is pretty good for 15 seconds. You get most of it. Making noises like some 80s kid. At 42 minutes, let me check the analytics on this episode. 2 likes. 25 views. Me and my beer. The best bet is to just end the stream and restart it. Okay, I'm gonna do a social experiment. I'm restarting the stream.